Hello everyone, and welcome back to Level Up Your Grammar. My name is Jasmine from Press A for ESL, and today we're going to be talking about the present perfect. So let's take a look at our clip from Delicious in Dungeon anime. Our clip today is going to feature Senshi and Lias, so let's take a look.
Would you allow me to join your party?
Sure, if you'd like to. Actually, you'd be a great help to us.
I would? Fantastic. Thanks so much.
No, thank you.
For years now, I dreamed of cooking one of those red dragons. I have so many recipes in mind.
So, did you catch the present perfect sentence? So it was, Senshi said, for years now, I have dreamed of cooking one of those red dragons. So we're going to break down present perfect in the next slide before looking at our example further. So let's take a look at present perfect. So present perfect is used to talk about actions or experiences that connect the past with the present. So it started at some time in the past and it connects to the present. Now, when do we use it? We use it when we talk about life experiences with no specific time. So for example, travel or activities that have been done. Another way is recently completed actions. So something like, oh, I have just finished dinner, like I just ate, for example. Now, another one is actions that started in the past and still continue in the present. And now this one we use since and for. Now, other common time expressions are ever or never, before, and like I mentioned, since and for. But we're going to break that further when we look at how to form the present perfect. So just like last week, we're going to look at how to craft the present perfect. So for the positive, it's subject plus have or has depending on subject-verb agreement, plus past participle and rest of sentence. So remember, past participle is different than past tense. Now, some forms have the same past participle as the past tense, whereas others have different ones, and some are irregular. So we'll talk a little bit about that later when we look at our example. Now, an example of the positive is I have worked in Tokyo for 5 years. Now for the negative, all you have to do is subject plus have or has, and then add not, then past participle, and then rest of the sentence. So there are two ways to actually form this. I have not visited Tokyo before, so if someone's asking you about your experience. And the second is I have never visited Tokyo before. Now these two sentences have the same meaning or same function. However, the second one, I have never visited Tokyo before, is emphasizing that you have not done it. But they both can carry the same meaning. Now, if you want to form the interrogative or the question form, you're going to have or has plus subject, then you're going to have past participle and the rest of the sentence. So have you visited Tokyo before? And that is how we craft the present perfect. And now we're going to break down our example from the Delicious in Dungeon. Okay, our example, if you remember, Senshi says, for years now, I've dreamed of cooking one of those red dragons. So this action started in the past and continues now into the present, because the key point here is 4 years now. So this is talking about that need, that he's always wanted to cook one of these. Now, sometimes the time expression for like for or since can come as a time phrase at the beginning of the sentence separated by a comma. So be careful about that. Now, going back about the past participles, there are many irregular past participles. So for example, go. The past tense of go is went, but the past participle is gone. Now, I wish I could say that there is an easy way to remember all of the irregulars, but unfortunately, you just have to memorize them. So when you're looking up a new verb, just check about the past participle by doing a quick dictionary or Google search. Okay, I hope you guys are ready because we're gonna have some bonus challenges. And just like last week, there's going to be 3 bonus challenges, and let's take a look. So the first one, he has gone to school since 5 years. Is this sentence correct, or are there any mistakes? So you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this sentence is a boop, 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 boop. Now, why? It should be for, not since. He has gone to school for 5 years because we're talking about an action that started in the past and is beginning till now. If you want to say since, then you would need to put a specific year, like since 2020, since 2018. Then you would put a specific year, but if you're doing the plural for 5 years, you'll need to use that for. Okay, that was kind of a hard one. Now let's take a look at the second one. She has worked at the cafe since 2020. Now for this one, I want you to change this into a question. So the present perfect interrogative. For this one, I'll give you 10 seconds because it's a little bit tricky, but I hope you remember how to craft it. So you have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the question form is, has she worked at the cafe since 2020? Remember, you flip that subject and the have or has. Okay, lastly, now this is a question I want you to answer. So what is something you wanted to do for a long time? So you can put your sentences in the comments below and I can provide you some feedback, or you can also have discussions with everyone in the comments. Okay, whew. We did it, everyone. All right, since we are nearing the end of our time together, let's do a quick review before we say goodbye. Now, the present perfect is used to talk about actions or experiences that connect the past with the present. To form the present perfect, it's subject plus have or has plus past participle. Now, some common time expressions you can use are since, for, never, ever, before, things like that. Now, be careful of the past participles because some of them look the same as the past tense, whereas others are different or irregular. Okay, whoo, everyone, we did a lot of thinking, a lot of work. So all that hard work has paid off and you've just earned 10 experience points. Thank you so much for embarking on this grammar adventure with me. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.